Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one county approved a modified grant program and a relief fund aimed to support businesses experiencing hardship due to the Main Street construction. And a recent ruling that overturned 2 gun laws in Tennessee faces a legal challenge.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here on this September 4th. It is 6 o'clock this morning. Time for a check of our weather with Megan Dusmal. And Megan, if you didn't know, it is raining outside. We can hear it on the building, even some thunder. So if you didn't know as well, good day to bring an umbrella.
Yeah, good day to bring an umbrella. You might even hear some of the thunder on our microphones this morning because it's been pretty loud over some of the commercial breaks. So let's kind of break down what we're seeing right now on live pinpoint Doppler radar. You'll notice there is this line as you travel just outside of our region, but as you zoom in a little bit closer, we're still observing some of those scattered showers and storms all the way from portions of Rockcastle County into portions of Knott County. We'll still track this over the next several hours, clearing out as we head into the late evening. Temperatures this morning, we're talking 60s, and this afternoon 70s, and some folks looking at chances of hitting that 80-degree mark. Amelia.
The Mountain family has said its final goodbyes to chief forecaster Brandon Robinson, laying him to rest yesterday afternoon after a procession through downtown Whitesburg. WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares a look at his celebration of life and how Brandon's legacy is cemented in these hills.
I have seen my last tomorrow.
Because at 6:42 on Sunday morning, Brandon Robinson walked through heaven's gates, and he heard the voice of God exclaim, "It's the weatherman."
Brandon was one of a kind. He was one of the most sincere, genuine, and kind-hearted people I've ever known.
He had a memorable laugh. Can hear it?
I am standing on the mountain.
We're here united in our grief, but also united in prayer for the soul of our departed friend and for those of us left behind to cherish the memories we shared.
For Brandon, being a weatherman wasn't a job. It was his calling. It was his responsibility.
Brandon loved science fiction, he loved space, he loved the hope of a better tomorrow.
He married the love of his life, Stephanie, on October 18th, 2014, which he often referred to as the best day of his life.
Then when he was diagnosed with brain cancer, he didn't retreat. He never grew bitter or angry. Instead, he immediately asked how he could use his journey to help others. And that's exactly what he and Stephanie did through Gray Matters.
Through the many storms we have faced, both literal and metaphorical, Brandon faced them with unwavering faith.
But that was Brandon. Brandon was home. He was gravity. He was a warm blanket in the cold winters of life. And you can't just replace that.
But he said his greatest accomplishment was protecting the people of the mountains when Mother Nature was at her worst.
Because Brandon's soul is what a human should be. We truly know that right now he will live long and he is prospering.
Take my hand, Lord, lead me home.
Those who love him say Brandon's funeral may be over, but his legacy will live on forever in the mountains. Family, friends, and many who loved Brandon and whom Brandon loved joined the procession following the funeral, traveling his final path through downtown Whitesburg together. The procession started at the Whitesburg First Baptist Church and traveled to where Brandon was laid to rest at the Bill Adams Cemetery in Colson. The longtime forecaster was a native of Cumberland and was a graduate of Morehead State University. He began his career at WYMT back in 2007 and was there for 17 years. Brandon also became the director of media and communications at Southeast Kentucky and Community Technical College between 2015 and 2017. He also served as deputy judge executive in Harlan County for a brief stint. Brandon Robinson was 42 years old. Well, many folks have been spending some extra time outdoors thanks to this past week's pleasant temperatures. The dry weather might be impacting your sinuses. Fall seasonal allergy season has kicked in here in the bluegrass as the start of September promises spikes in ragweed and pollen levels. Seasonal allergy symptoms include things like a runny or stuffy nose, itchy eyes, and coughing. On top of weed and pollen levels climbing, experts at Bluegrass Allergy Care say Kentucky's recent dry and windy weather isn't helping our noses.
That dry air too can really dry out mucous membrane, so it makes your nose, your mouth, everything, your throat more dry, irritated, scratchy. You can check your humidity levels in your home too. You really want to keep them around like 40 to 50%.
It's also recommended to take some preventative measures if you suffer from seasonal allergy symptoms, yet still want to participate in some fall fun. Using nasal spray, taking a decongestant, or even using a humidifier in your home during periods of dry weather could stop that nose from running before it even starts. Governor Andy Beshear says applications are open for a tax credit for those who own small businesses in the state. Business owners can apply for a tax credit up to $25,000. Applications are due by November 1st and will be received for 2025 tax credit eligibility. If you submit after the deadline, you might not see the tax credit until next year. Early yesterday, the Winchester Board of Commissioners in Clark County approved a modified grant program and a relief fund aimed to support businesses experiencing hardship due to the Main Street construction. Businesses in the downtown area are eligible for $3,000, while businesses directly in the construction zone are eligible for up to $10,000 in relief funds. Well, a busy bridge in Ohio is shut down for a portion of yesterday and today. Crews are inspecting the Irontown-Russell Bridge in the Ironton area. One man who owns Unger Shoe Store says most of his customers rely on that bridge to visit their store. The Ohio Department of Transportation says that road is being closed so crews can conduct a routine bridge inspection and that the closing is only temporary.
Anytime you would close a major thoroughfare to any business, restaurant, or whatever, you're going to notice a decline.
For customers looking to visit nearby businesses, there are some detours in place. You can take State Route 93 to US 52 to 12th Street. Well, a recent ruling that overturned 2 gun laws in Tennessee faces a legal challenge. The state attorney general has filed a notice of appeal. Those court rulings out of West Tennessee impact the entire state. One overturned a ban on guns in public parks. The other overturned a law against carrying a gun with the intent to go armed with the intent to use it unlawfully. Expect this legal battle to take a while. The Tennessee Firearms Association says the appeals process could take a year or more.
We're still watching some of those cooler temperatures as you're beginning the day, but we're treading closer to average this morning. Temperatures in the mid to low 60s. Some folks even hovering in the 50s, 55 for Grundy, 53 in Clintwood. And we are not only seeing the cool temperatures this morning, but this afternoon as a mixture of the mid to upper 70s is what we'll see those temperatures getting up to, with the rain staying with us all day long. A look at the live pinpoint Doppler radar will show you that most of our northwestern counties are seeing the rain this morning, and more rain will be on the way. Everybody has at least a chance of seeing some storm activity throughout the day. And we'll continue to see those storms until the late evening hours when it clears out, leaving to a nice start to your Friday. Amelia.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:09. Secretary of Health and Human Services and longtime vaccine skeptic Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is set to testify before the Senate Finance Committee today.